Okie. Itamik Skanatani. Good morning. It is a quarter after 8 o'clock in the AM on Wednesday, the 26th of July, 2023. And we are in the lunar cycle Okonokis Otsitsij, when the Saskatoon berries ripen. I am just getting my day started here. We're on the north side now. We're headed to an address where the family has what looks like in the picture, probably a bald-faced hornet nest sitting right above their front door. Big old nest, it looks like. So this will be the second attempt that I've done at a wasp nest relocation. The first one 2 days ago is hanging in my shed, and I'm really not sure whether they're going to survive or not. I think I killed too many of the foragers, perhaps, because there are some wasps like tending to the larva and stuff on the cones, but they're not going out to get food, and they need somebody to go out and get food. So I'm hoping that nest survives, but we'll see. This is, for me, it's a little bit of a learning process. I may have overused the vacuum on the last job, and I'm hoping I don't do that today, but it's, I'm going after bald-faced hornets for the first time. It's going to be scary. I'm going to be probably tempted to overuse that vacuum, but we'll see. Any case, that's where we're going to start our day, and we'll see where it takes us from there. All right. Here's the nest we're going to be dealing with, and it looks like it's not hornets after all, but yellow jackets. But much bigger nest than I dealt with the other day, so this should be fun. I bet there's a lot of residents in there. All right, starting to buzz me. I'm gonna go get my equipment on, and I'll come deal with it. A lot of wasps coming out of here. Way more of a populated hive than the last one I dealt with there. All right, so as you're seeing, the nest fell, and I've got four of the combs from it, And there's more, maybe. I gotta check up in that hole, but you can see down here where it fell, they got larvae. Lots of larvae came out when it hit the ground. These are the 4 pieces that I've got. Let's put those in the ice box for the moment. And we'll see if it's just sheath left up here or what. No, there's some honeycomb too. All right, cool. Let's get the rest of this out of here. Hold on, I'm gonna put the camera down so I can have both of my hands again. Dropped it again. Clumsy today. So when I'm dropping these, unfortunately, lots of the wasps are falling off of them. So I don't know how many living wasps I'll have left in here. Shoot. All right, the rest of this I just gotta kind of clean up with a vacuum and go from there. Yeah, so I cleaned it up. In the process of cleaning up that nest, at one point my vacuum opened, like the whole thing came open, and just a swarm of live wasps came up. I closed it quick, and I know there was a moving bundle in there of other live wasps who didn't get in the air quick enough. I caught a lot of those, and then I vacuumed up again everything that was going back to the hive area, and then but by the time I left there was still like 10 or 12, and I imagine there's other foragers out there and stuff. I let them know, the residents, that there would still be wasps coming to the site or at the site for probably a couple of days, but then they can't survive without the hive, so they're not going to make it. Any case, now I am looking for a place, and I think it's going to be up in a corner up there, that soffit tight spot, which reminds me I need to clip these branches back, or I'm in danger of getting a raccoon on my house, and going into my crawl space. So at some point soon, before they start looking for winter haunts, I need to cut back this crab apple on this end. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna position the wasp nest on my house, just up in that nook up there. It's nice and sheltered. Not, they're not gonna get direct sunlight and stuff. Although I don't know if they'd prefer it, Looking at where that house was, I guess it would have been a southern exposure. So I don't know, maybe I need to climb up on the house and see what's the best spot. Maybe that's step one. So here's where I was thinking about positioning it. Just gluing it somewhere right in here. And actually there's a lot of reflective heat right now coming off of the roof. So this still may be a very good place for me to think about doing that. Rather than putting them right on the southern exposure, because they were, of course, under an eaves, right? Shit, I should just shield all of my soffit corners already. Then I don't have to worry about raccoons. That's an idea too. Anyway, the other place that I might position them then would be right here. This is the southern exposure. But really, I don't know. I think this is going to get too hot because they didn't have the roof factor before, right? They didn't have the, you know, the heat on the shingles. What would you call it? The sunlight reflecting off the, well, being captured in the heat in the shingles and then reflecting up toward them. You know, they had that white front door on the southern exposure and they were in a shade. So I still think this nook up here is the best place. I think this is where I'm gonna bring them up and glue them. So I might as well get suited up. I was waiting because, well, it's been, I want the wasps to cool a little bit, of course, but I might have already put them up here if it weren't for, I have somebody coming, supposedly bringing a washer and dryer. I'm kind of an idiot. I'm hoping I didn't get ripped off, but I found on Facebook Marketplace, I found a washer dryer set that looked really nice for $400. I contacted the guy, and he said they're available. I said I think I'd like to buy them. It indicated on his thing that he could do a delivery. So I said, could you deliver them? And he said, I'm free all day tomorrow. And so I said, okay. How about, I'll send you half now, and then I'll pay you half cash when you come with them tomorrow. And so he agreed to that. And that's, hey, Mr. Derek. It's my bird room, by the way. Hey, my bird. Yeah. He agreed to that, of course, right? And whether he'd be a scammer or not, $200, free $200 is free $200. Oh, excuse me. Looks like there was something growing in here, hey? But anyway, he said he was going to come here at 11 o'clock, and it's now noon o'clock, and he's not here, and he's not responding to messages. So I don't know. He could just be running late too. I told him I was flexible for the day, so we'll see what happens. But I might have just got totally scammed. Anyway, I've waited long enough. I'm gonna get the bee suit on, get the wasps situated up here, hot glued in place, and then we'll open up the vacuum and leave it sitting up here for a little while for them to, because there's a lot of bees in that vacuum, or wasps, sorry. Anyway, I know I've got a lot of the technical names for even the parts of the nest and stuff. I'm talking about sheaths and such when I should be talking about envelopes. I'm talking about honeycombs when there ain't no honey in the wasps. But, By the way, that job took me probably 40 minutes. That was condensed into that, whatever, 3 or 4 minute clip that I showed you. But yeah, it took me about 40 minutes, but you saw basically the procedure that I used. All right, let's get them glued up here. sorry you can't see well over my legs and stuff. It's just a balancing act with the camera, how to position it, I guess. What I'm gonna do, maybe I can pull it out to this side. I'm gonna, not sure if I want to put that one as the first one. Yeah, that one has sheathing on the outside. So I'm gonna put this as my first. First layer of the nest. Just put some hot melt glue on the top. Grab another stick because I want a good gob for this one. This one's going to hold the rest of the nest up. Right there. Don't feel like that's strong enough. It's not. Oh yeah, I figured out my gumboots have drawstrings on them. I don't need to be necessarily taping them up like I did this morning. Put duct tape on them this morning. Let's give that a minute to see if it sticks well enough. Show you a close up while we're waiting. Still larvae in that one, but no active wasps. There are a lot of wasps in this bag. There are a lot of wasps in the vacuum. So I'm going to give you a close-up when we open the vacuum so you can see. But I don't necessarily want the wasps in this bag to leave right away. And in fact, I should try to introduce maybe, well, let me get the nest in position first and then I'll try to introduce them back up there if they're not coming up on their own. All right, let's do the next segment. I got to learn to recognize the queen, although I'm afraid that in this case, because these segments dropped all the way to the ground, I'm afraid that the queen could very well be either in my vacuum or dead. But my understanding is that with these wasps, it doesn't necessarily matter if you keep the queen, the colony can keep on going. I just need to make sure I have both the wasps that attend to this, that are attending to the babies here. They don't normally go flying off and stuff. I need to make sure I have them, and I need to make sure I have some foragers that do go flying off and getting food and coming back with it. I'm not sure how to do that. I'm just hoping that the ones in my vacuum decide to stay. All right, next segment. All right, here's the best I could do. And my reconstruction of the nest is not very pretty. I hope that it holds. This is only my second nest relocation again, so, you know, I hope I succeed, but I don't know. It's gonna probably be just a little bit of trial and error, I would imagine. But I hope that they're able to keep going. All right, the vacuum cleaner and all of the wasps that are gonna come pouring out of there. Are you ready? Are we ready? Not too bad, actually. I thought we'd get swarmed. There are a lot of active members though, and that's good. I need a plenty. I hope that they're not just gonna all fall down here and die, but they're gonna find the nest, you know? I don't know if I should be like by hand introducing them to the nest. Perhaps. It's a lot of wasps though. No, they're taking off after they got just a couple of minutes. But that's not necessarily good. Like, I want them to take off to this nest only. Situate them maybe just a little bit closer and hope that they find it. Well, I'm going to leave this vacuum up here with these wasps to do their thing for a bit. The ones that are survivors of the vacuuming process. And hopefully we'll have had a successful relocation. I'll look back here this evening. I got to go over to my duplex and do some work. I got 5 days left in the month, and I don't know how I'm gonna get everything that I need to get done in 5 days. I probably am not, but I need to try to get done what I can get done. So let's go to the duplex next. That is the plan. We'll come check the wasps out again when we get home later. Shit. I was just coming back up here to take a picture quick, and we got a good gust of wind, and coming up to the top of the ladder here, I see that the nest has already just fallen off of there. So I think what I need to do is move it closer to the wall, and I need to glue it both to the soffit and to the wall. And we'll see if the damage is not already too much that there's not going to be a way of this nest surviving. It could be too much for them, you know. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. But there's still, you know, let's see what we can do. See what we can do. Hold on. Yeah, all these wasps that are on the roof, I'm going to try to get some of them actually to the nest. I think what I should do is glue this all together first. Glue it all together first. and then glue it here and here. So in the end, the hot melt glue I find does not work well on the soffit. Works well to hold the pieces of the nest together, but not on the soffit. So I've used a zip tie, and I'm just kind of hanging the whole ensemble from a zip tie. It's pretty crude. I dumped out the vacuum cleaner, and I'm trying to now rescue as many of these living wasps, reintroduce them to the nest, as many that were in the vacuum. There's quite a few. Well, some of them are flying away as I go to introduce them, but it's good to know that they fly. Maybe they'll stick close. These guys just falling off and stuff. I don't know if he's trying to go somewhere or just can't stop himself, wants to defend. Recover from your wounds. Yeah, this is all the vacuum material. The magpies will have a feast on this, I'm sure. Hopefully they won't mess with the living wasps up above. Shit. Come on. It's now much later, of course, and my guy still hasn't shown up with my washer dryer, still hasn't messaged. So I suspect I just been ripped off by $200, but we'll see. We'll see. I got to get over the duplex and do some work. You guys probably don't want to watch all that. I might just end the video with the nest here, and then we'll do updates. We'll do updates. Look, I got one buzzing me. That's nice. That's nice. All right, signing out. Psych, as if I could sign off already. No, I was just getting prepared to head over to the duplex, and I got a call through the rattlesnake hotline about a young skunk who's caught in a window well. And I offered to stop by and just rescue it out of the window well, but the family says that they believe that there's a den under the back step, and they would like all of the skunks removed. So we're going to pick up the one young one, and then we're going to set a trap for Mama and the others and see what happens overnight. I might retain the young one, probably will retain the young one, and see if I can catch other members of the family before his release. And yeah, we'll just take it from there. But let's go pick up this skunk. All right, here's our little skunker. Hey, buddy. We're gonna lift him out of there with the catch pole, put him into the carrier. Try it again. Just about that good. Trying to coordinate this whole thing with only 2 hands and many tools. See him step through. We don't want to get him, if we can, don't want to get him on his neck. We want to get him stepped through a little bit. Come on through. There you go. One more foot. Boom. Perfect. Perfect. Woo. And he shoots, but he misses. Haha. Whoo! Still stink, buddy. Still stink. All right. Now we can cover him with the tarp and take him out of here. So I just got baby skunk in the shed here for now. Hey baby. Put him some water, keep him in the shade, keep him cool. And I'm gonna keep him here till tomorrow morning because I suspect I'm gonna catch up some other members of his family, and I'd rather release him with some siblings or mama or something like that. I gotta clean out this shed. I think most of this stuff I'm gonna try pack into my truck today, the stuff from the backyard, except for the big things like the heavy bag hanger and the kayaks. I'm gonna have to make another trip for those, but most of the smaller stuff I should be able to haul out of here. I gotta chop down all the weeds. Didn't bring my paint. Well, I didn't even buy it yet to paint the shed. I gotta do that. Yeah, that shed's got to get painted up, and the doghouse too. Might as well just paint it all. I think I'll just do it all blue, you know, all blue except for the trim, maybe trim white, and then up here I'll just keep it brown or whatever. I'll just spray paint over that what's there, you know. But blue would be good. Just in fact, I might even, nah, I shouldn't use all spray paint. I'll just bring an actual can of paint for most of it. But yeah, got my work cut out for me. Got to clean up this fireplace. Looks like crap. Got to really trim back the raspberries and eat them. That's another part of my job today. Eat many raspberries because they're ready. And if I can't eat them, I should harvest them. Probably this will be all I'll be able to do today, is work on the backyard, front yard, do yard work today. I got to clip this plant, trim it down quite a bit. Of course, weed eating out here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to focus on today, making the yard look good. Once the yard looks good, today, tomorrow we move into here. I'm going to do, still haven't done another, a real carpet shampooing. I want to do two. One tomorrow, maybe 2 days later. This one too. Got to paint the walls and all that jazz. Yeah, I already went through this, but our outside work today, we'll see how much we can get done. It's almost 7 o'clock in the evening now, and this is the progress on the backyard. Looking much better. I still have a lot of stuff to like clean out of the shed, haul home. Yeah, I've got some stuff in here. And I got to paint the shed still, and I got big stuff here. This is things I'm going to bring to the dump. This I'm probably going to bring back, even though I have a barbecue at the house already. I'll figure out which one works better and sell the other. But most of the, like, at least the grass is all cut now. At least this raspberry is cleared out of the deck area, you know. And hopefully this will kind of dry out in the next couple of days, because I'd like to just burn it along with this wood and dump all the ashes into my compost back here. I'm not going to take the compost, but it'll be good if there's charcoal and stuff in there. Anyway, I'm burned out for the day. I'd like to keep going and do some more here, but I'm too tired. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna chill out, have dinner, call it a night. Maybe take snake calls if any come later, but I feel like I've had a long day already. I'm ready to be done.